So I've had my shower and my hair is completely saturated, dripping even. So this is one of the pieces of cotton jersey. It's like t-shirt fabric that I use often to dry my hair. So I'm just popping it around my neck to take any drips. Now I've got a little bit of leave-in conditioner that I've put in while I was in the shower, and this is a little bit of curl cream. I don't add a lot, my hair's quite fine and I don't want to weigh it down. So I've just put a little bit of that throughout my hair. And then I add a little bit of gel. Now this one's one that I've used on and off for a year and love it. I hardly use any, again, because I don't have a lot of hair. And I can use the Denman brush to help distribute both the curl cream and the gel through the hair, as well as smooth out the hair so that I don't have too much frizz. Now the way people like their curls is completely different. All curls are different, and the way people like to wear their curls is different. I love frizz, but I also like the curls to go into their curl. So I've tried to encourage that as much as possible. So when I'm doing this, and I haven't used the Denman since I've cut my hair, but this was a quick, easy, because it's so short now, way to do it. So I sectioned off the top so I could work around the back and sides. This is getting the product through it, as well as smoothing the hair over so there aren't any individual flyaways. I use a microfiber towel sometimes. This is actually one, I think it's a glass cleaner or like for windows or dusting or something, but it's a microfiber and I absolutely love it for taking out some of the excess water without disturbing the curl or having it separate too much. It reduces the drying time significantly if I can take a lot of that water out, but still have it in its curl pattern and in its individual curls. When I'm doing this part, by pulling it up and away from the head, it will help it to start its curl from the base of the skull or from the base of the head, where the hair finishes, and not sit flat on my head. After wash day, I tend to have flatter hair anyway, just because it's so soft. But for those day 2, 3, 4 curls, it's much better if I've at least started with it coming away. So typically with the Denman, the first couple of times that I make sure the product's distributed through, and then I try to curl the hair just against the back of the brush and bring it through so that it's in its strands, and then by scrunching it, that forces it into its curl pattern and extracts more of the water, like I said before. It's funny because when you're doing a lot of this, you feel like you're sort of straightening the hair, but if I dry the hair off with a towel or by rubbing it or whatever, I am not getting the individual curls that I want to encourage to go into their curl pattern, and it's where I can end up with lots of frizz. And I definitely don't want frizz on wash day, because I get a bit of frizz over the time after, which is usually fine. But the better and more defined the curls are on this first day, the easier they are to refresh moving forward. Now, different parts of this video I've sped up at different speeds. I think the actual diffusing part I've sped up 5 times, but this whole routine from dripping wet hair till probably 80% dry is about 15 minutes from go to woe. And then I let it completely finish drying, which today was a pretty hot, dry day, so it actually didn't take all that long till it was ready for me to scrunch it out. And when I scrunch it out, you change from sort of that wet look to the completely soft, fluffy hair. And, I want my hair to not feel like it's got product in it, to not feel producty and stringy or strawy or dry or stiff. I don't want it to feel like it's got hairspray in it or product in it. I want it to just be naturally soft in its curls. And usually as the days go on, when I refresh, it can tend to feel a little bit more producty after that. But really I'm trying for it to not feel producty the whole way through. I go all roundabout when I'm diffusing to get as much height as I can, or at least that much, a bit of body so that it's not flat. I do have my head on the side or upside down quite a bit. Having cut off almost all of the half head foils that I had 15 months ago, I'm now down to mostly my own natural hair now, but it is super short for me. But that has made it really quick and easy to get through the Denman brush process. Definitely not difficult or time consuming. And to dry it doesn't take very long at all. And the more I can take out, obviously, with that microfiber or the t-shirt fabric or whatever. If you use a good quality microfiber with lots of polyamide, you'll find that it won't mess up the curl too much. If you use a cheaper microfiber, you can find that the twists or whatever on it can actually still fluff it up too much. And some people have trouble taking too much moisture out. You do want it to dry. Here I was just trying to find somewhere where the light was a little bit better so you could sort of see it in its 80% dried state. You can kind of see the curls and there's ringlets and stuff around the side there. But I'll leave them to now finish off completely, and then I can come back and scrunch it out. If I did want more height and body, particularly day 2, I could spray it a little bit once it was dried upside down. So here it is dry now. I've put a tiny bit of a Moroccan oil, actually, like a couple of drops on my hand just to help stop from disturbing them. And then I just use that to sort of scrunch it out. And there's not a huge cast on it, to be honest, but there's enough that it still looked a little bit wet and stringy. But as soon as I go through and scrunch this out, it very quickly sort of fluffs out a little bit. It lightens back in colour because it looks more just like dried hair. And you can see the shine and the curls. I separate some of those that are a bit more of a log ringlet because overall I don't really want that. I've got to get to work out with this length hair because obviously to get the volume I need to have more individual curls, and because my hair's not thick anyway, or really tight curls for that matter, but I do get the spirals, so it's just a matter of playing around with it to work out. I'm thinking I might still need a couple more shorter layers in the back there, but again I'm just completely learning and playing with it from there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Nice and soft and not producty. So there's just a couple of still shots to show you what it's like, and the curls are definitely going to continue to grow and be more full as I move forward.